The setting for this latest investigation is in an upper-middle-class community with very little crime. But Murphy's chief of police, Billy Myrick, says internet predators have become a growing problem.
We had a parent come forward and talk about her child had been coaxed out of the house by an internet predator, and that the child ultimately ended up pregnant. So it's a very, very widespread problem that no segment of the population is immune to.
After 8 To Catch a Predator investigations, things will happen here that we haven't come up against. Some residents not happy to have us on the block.
Don't mess with Murphy.
And one potential predator who makes a tragic decision. But like everywhere else, there's no shortage of visitors.
Come on over and have a seat.
Up next, a man from the oil industry who makes himself at home, eating candy and pouring himself a few drinks, all while being interviewed as our hidden cameras roll.
What's your name?
My name's Chris.
Chris.
Right now at Dateline.msnbc.com. Be a part of Chris Hansen's blog, plus exclusive footage you won't see anywhere else. Log on now.
Here he comes. All right, we're sending the decoy outside.
During every internet sex predator investigation, a variety of men show up, and it's no different here in Murphy, Texas. The potential child predators range in age from 23 years old to 63.
How was your drive?
Not bad.
From unemployed,
Hey, how are you?
Good, how are you?
to successful businessmen. Take Randall Wolford, an oil drilling consultant.
Hey,
Hey, girl.
how are you? Did you get lost?
No?
Online, he calls himself It New to Me. While chatting with a perverted justice decoy, he says he wants to go to lunch and a movie with Sequoia, a girl who tells him she's 13. He's 52. The next day, his intentions go from creepy to pornographic.
I would come over and make out with you, show you how it feels, let you enjoy me as much as I would you. I love to give oral and feel the sensation for your orgasms.
Then, less than 2 hours after that chat, he shows up at the house. He thinks the girl's mother is working until midnight.
So where's your mom working?
Oh, actually she works with computers in Austin, so she goes away on business a lot.
Nice house.
Yeah, thanks.
The 52-year-old makes a comment about the pool table. The decoy asks a provocative question.
Did you ever do it on the pool table?
Yeah, once.
Really?
Yeah, a long time ago.
Wow.
Yeah. It was good.
Yeah?
Yeah. That's about the only thing I'm any good at on the pool table.
But we won't have a chance to see his billiard skills tonight.
So why don't you make yourself at home?
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm not good. You?
Doing fine.
Apparently, the wheels start turning in his head.
And how old are you?
I'm 49.
49.
Remember, he's really 52. Online, he gave yet another age, 46. Then as he helps himself to candy, he comes up with this.
And I was fully intending on sitting right here until her mother got home.
You were.
Yes, sir, I was. I was going to explain to her mother how I come to be here
And how are you going to explain that to the mother?
by telling her about the chat.
You're going to say, hi, I was cruising a chat room. I started talking to your daughter. I asked her if she ever masturbated. I asked her if I could have sex with her.
Go about it.
During the interview, he starts to waffle. Some of the time, It New to Me comes clean.
I have a 26-year-old daughter.
26-year-old daughter. Now, back when she was 13, if a 49-year-old came calling, would you be okay with that?
No, sir, I wouldn't.
So why is it okay for you to come here?
Well, I didn't.
He realizes what he said in his chat speaks for itself.
I would love to taste you, Sequoia. Show you how good it feels to have a man down on you.
Yes, sir, I did say that. No denying it.
I would enjoy that very much.
While he can't deny what he said online, he sticks with the claim he would have waited for the girl's mother to return.
Now, the other problem with your Good Samaritan story is that that was not the discussion you had when you first came in here.
She asked me if I had ever done it on a pool table, and I said yes, a long time ago.
What was the next move?
Talk to her.
Since I wasn't buying that explanation, he tries another route, one we've heard repeatedly. He brings up God.
This story just does not add up.
Well, Chris, whether it adds up or not, God is my Savior. That is the truth.
You a religious man?
Yes, sir. I'm a faithful man. Yes, sir.
Does your faith involve visiting 13-year-old girls who are home alone?
No, sir. It does not. And I've really screwed up big time.
Well, there's a couple things you got to know. And I'm Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC. And we're doing a story on adults who try to meet kids online for sex. Now, if there's anything else you'd like to say, Randy, we'd like to hear it. If not...
He's apparently never seen To Catch a Predator and doesn't realize while he's walking away from us, drink in hand, he's walking towards the Murphy Police Department.
Police! Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Get on the ground.
He's whisked away in an unmarked car and driven to the police station where he's searched.
You got anything on you that's going to stick me or poke me?
No, sir.
The police find a condom in his pocket. His truck is also thoroughly searched.
He owns 14 guns as well.
Turns out It New to Me is a gun enthusiast.
That's a list of all the guns and serial numbers. There weren't any guns in the truck.
Officers also find naked pictures of the 52-year-old on his digital camera. Then he's brought into the booking station.
You have any allergies?
No, ma'am.
You turn and face that way?
He leaves the booking station and is brought in for questioning. After he's read his rights, he starts to talk, telling a familiar story that police don't buy.
And just as I told Chris with Dateline, my intention was to sit right there and wait until her mother come home.
Eventually, he tells her the truth.
I truly don't know why I was so stupid. All the way down here, I was telling myself, yeah, this isn't right. And
no, it's definitely not right. Somebody your age going over to a 13-year-old girl's house to have sex.
It's pretty low.
When you were chatting with her and talking about sexual things, like at one time you talked about wanting to hold her close and you'd like to feel her have an orgasm.
Yes, sir.
Is that true?
Yes, sir, I did.
At the time you were doing that chat, didn't you intend to have sex with the girl?
I guess you could say I did, yes, sir.
Okay.
I'm guilty as charged. I have to accept my punishment.